What's up guys, Kidda here. Kamar-Taj is our new hot location. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly 4 decks. It performs really well in Kamar-Taj. Now let's begin. First off, I'm gonna recommend the BP Solar deck. Because with Kamar-Taj, there are endless possibilities. Your on reviews are just gonna go ham and create a ton of power on the board. And of course, who does it better than BP Solar? With the sheer power of Wong plus a Black Panther, you can just go for crazy combos and then destroy them with Arnim Solar. Then bam, you flood 2 of your locations with a ton of power because you summon your BP once again. So that is just immense power your opponent has to deal with in 2 locations. If they do not expect the Arnim Solar as the final play, then it's pretty much guaranteed they're gonna lose if they play into your location. So, and then your Arnim Solar away your BP Solar, your BP and your Wong, then bam, they don't have enough power on the other 2 locations to deal with your really huge Black Panther. That's gonna be an easy game. But all you gotta be careful of is stuff like Cosmo, obviously, which is extremely good in Kamar-Taj. So, beware. And then that's armor. Where's armor? Okay, armor's gone. That's weird. Anyway, armor. Be careful of that. And then be careful of Enchantress, because Enchantress can shut down your Wong. Yeah, those are the 3 main cards you gotta be careful of. So let me give a very quick guide of this deck. You got Nebula on turn 1, slap it down, and then if your opponent cannot deal with this, then bam, you just go to town with a ton of power for just 1 energy. Then, Iceman, Scorpion are all here to disrupt your opponents. Then as Ironheart to buff, if you put it into the Wong lane, it's gonna buff for a ton of power. Yep, 3 energy for 12 power. Very good deal. Boost spin is just great if you play it into somewhere with, cards. And if you play it into Wong, then it's just gonna scale really crazily. And of course, there's a Storm here to, get one of the lanes shut down so they cannot play their counter cards there. And then when you go for your big combo, Wong into Black Panther into Arnim Solar, then bam, you just win the lane because, they can't play anything there. And you got a ton of power inside of the Storm lane. And of course, there's, White Tiger, Dr. Doom into Odin if you do not draw your Black Panther. So there are 2 main win conditions right here. It's either going for the big Wong, Black Panther, Arnim Solar play, or Wong, White Tiger, Dr. Doom into the Odin play. Yep, those 2 paths are both really great. So try this deck out. It's definitely going to be a ton of power and get you a lot of wins in Kamar-Taj as the new hot location. Okay, the second deck that I recommend is quite similar. It's a Shuri Rescue deck. So I'm going to talk about it really briefly. So what you gotta do is put down a Shuri into Kamar-Taj. And then the next card you play is going to get doubled and then even doubled. So if you play a Resco, usually it's going to be 24 power, but now it's 48. Okay, there's one little trick that you got to remember right now, because Shuri got nerfed. On review, if you play your next card here, double its power. So you got to play your next card into Shuri's location. Yeah, that is a little bit more of a constraint right now. And obviously, Shuri decks are a lot weaker because they can play the counter cards into you to destroy your big stuff. Like if you have initiative, you play your Shuri, then next turn you still have initiative. Then you play your big Resco, they play a Shang-Chi, bam, your Resco is gone. So that might be very troublesome. So there you go, guys. This is Shuri Resco deck. I'm going to talk about the basics. Nebula, of course, slap her down, and then she's going to rack up in power. Then there's the Zero Ebony Maw, which actually gives you a ton of power. You put it alongside your Adam Warlock, it's pretty much guaranteed draws. So maybe a turn 3 Adam Warlock plus Ebony Maw, and it's gonna give you a draw, which is very important in Shuri decks, because you really want that Shuri by turn 4. If you don't get it, then the deck kind of crumbles. So there you go. You gotta get Shuri by 4 and then into a Red Skull, and then the big Taskmaster finish is going to be great. Because as we calculated, there's 48 power in 2 different locations, and not many decks can beat that. If there's one deck that can easily beat this, that would be the Black Panther deck that we told you about with Solar. Yep, that deck is just so crazy. But the advantage of running the Shuri Red Skull deck is you got Cosmo, you got Shang-Chi. So if you play against that deck in particular, then you can Cosmo to shut down the Wong lane. Then you can predict where they're gonna summon their Black Panther and go for Shang-Chi. Or if you have initiative, you can actually kill off their Black Panther with your Shang-Chi. So they cannot run their combo easily. So there you go. This is why Shuri Red Skull is so great in Kamar-Taj as new hot location. Alright, okay, now let's go to the third recommendation. What's that gonna be? What is it gonna be? It's gonna be my Nebula Doom deck. Where are you? There you go. Okay, Nebula Doom. Yeah, Nebula is in every deck because it's just so good. You put her down, you don't even have to care about it. And okay, she is your opponent's problem now. If they don't address it, you gain 2 power each turn, and that's just profit. Okay, with the Nebula Doom deck, all you gotta do is control the lanes. Ideally, you want to Nebula turn 1, obviously, go for Daredevil turn 2, and then you just maybe go for a turn 3 Storm, and turn 4, whatever, maybe Juggernaut, bounce that stuff out of your Storm lane, and if you expect a Galactus, then just Debris to clock them up, and then on turn 5, the magic happens. You have the Daredevil giving you info, so you can either go for a Prof X lockdown, or you can go for a Spider-Man to prevent them from playing anything, which is extremely good because, remember the BP Solar deck? You have to play stuff into your Wong, and if you cannot do that, then the strategy just crumbles. So either go for Prof X lock or Spider-Man lock onto their Kamar-Taj lane, and they cannot go for their combos anymore. That is just crazy. Then of course, with the lanes lockdown, it's very easy to predict your opponent's movement with Gamora. So it's a casual 5-12, which is just great. Then of course, your final play can be Dr. Doom to fill out the board. And if you play it in the Kamar-Taj, you have actually 10 power in the other lanes, which is crazy. So there you go, guys. This is the Nebula Doom deck. It's extremely good because it can shut down the Kamar-Taj lane with stuff like Prof X, Spider-Man, and if things go really, really wrong, you could even consider going for the Storm on Kamar-Taj. Now, finally, moving on to the next, well, not victim this time, but the next deck, it's gonna be my Toxic Miracle deck. I mean, this deck is going to go crazy in this location as well. It's running Wong, so your final play would be, okay, after slapping down the Wong earlier, you can go for stuff like Hazmat into Absorbing Man. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Or you can go for Wong first, say even Mystique into Hazmat, and finally Odin. Yeah, those combos are just gonna be so crazy. Or maybe, okay, Wong, Hazmat, Absorbing Man, Odin. Yeah, that's also gonna be extremely potent. Yep, all these combos, they are just going to get a ton of minus power on your opponent's side. But remember, put down your Luke Cage first so you don't get your card's power reduced. Alright. If they got Luke Cage on that side, what's gonna go down? Maybe it's time for Gambit. Just go for Wong, Mystique, Gambit into an Odin. Well, there's pretty much going to destroy everything on their side. Or you can go Wong, Gambit, Absorbing Man, Odin. Same difference. You're gonna destroy a ton of stuff. So there you go, guys. These are the 4 decks that I recommend this time, with Kamar-Taj as the new hot location. Try those decks out. If this video has helped you, don't forget to smash the like button real hard and sub to the channel for free for more awesome Marvel Snap content, especially if you're a new viewer. So there you go. Don't forget to check out my different guides on stuff like Kitty Pryde, GALACTUS, THANOS, all the great stuff. Now have a great day. I'm gonna link those in the description below for your reference. Now for real, have a great day, and peace out.